So, we're finally at the Chobe riverfront, which looks amazing. As always, the water looks really low though. It's like a big river. Unless when we get round the far side, there's a bigger tributary. But you can see here there's zebras basking in the mud, some warthogs, some impala, some zebra drinking down there at the far bank. As I continue my drive down towards the river, I went round the corner and was confronted with this herd of elephants coming straight up the road towards me. It was a fantastic view. I turned off the engine and let them carry on until they went by. I could see vultures circling in the distance to the right hand side, and I was really keen to get down to the river and investigate what that was. But this was such a beautiful welcome to the Chobe River. I just sucked it in and enjoyed the moment. Oh, they're too cute. So it's incredibly dry here in the Chobe. You can see this boat here. You could normally stop here and just take a quick cruise up the river, but you can see he's a long way from the water. I don't know how many meters below that is, but everything is waiting for the rain. So we've got what looks like a dead young elephant here, unfortunately. It's really sad to see. Mostly intact, so I assume it must have died of disease or something. Here on the left, a couple of jackals running away in the distance. Well, it looks like a couple of buffalo. Looks like 2 dead buffalo. I was so busy and concentrating looking at the vultures out on the floodplain, and I didn't notice what was on the other side of me. And when I turned round, I was in for a nice surprise. So, well, 3 lions, there's a mother and 2 cubs. They've killed this baby buffalo. You can see down here. They haven't even touched it. You can see the puncture wounds on the neck. It's fairly fresh. I'm assuming they're just so hot because it's baking at the moment. So, as you can see, she started eating. Two cubs wandered off down at the river for a drink and then started to walk down the riverway somewhere. But the mother has now broken through the skin and is feasting away. It's pretty gruesome. You can hear a lot of bones crunching. There's an elephant herd coming down for the river. Oh, what do? Stay here or go and see that? I think I've got to go see the elephants. She'll still be here when I get back. Right, there they are. Okay, so I've pulled up. You can see there's a lovely herd of elephant in beautiful sunlight. Sorry for my shady moving the cameras, but yeah, this time of the day it's gorgeous. So the golden hour when the sun's just dipping on the horizon gives you that lovely light. There's nothing better to photograph than elephants. As this herd of elephants prepared to cross the river, I was really excited and got my cameras ready. But I'd seen two huge crocodiles further up the river also notice what was going on, and they slipped into the bank and headed this way. I was instantly worried for the safety of this tiny one, who was loving life and was completely unaware of what dangers lie ahead. As they slipped into the river, he stuck close to his mother's side, which was pretty good, as you'll see in one of the photos I highlight later. Then as they got to the centre of the river, he did get separated and I could no longer see him or the crocodiles, and it was a heart in your mouth moment. I waited and waited, and then there was nothing. One of the elephants looked a bit concerned, which I assume was the mother, and was then looking around for him. But then it wasn't till later they emerged on the far bank and I could actually have a sigh of relief and enjoy the moment. It was really stressful, but what a magical moment to watch, and the little one went on enjoying his day. So that was beautiful. They've just crossed the river from one side to the other. Even the little one was right underwater using his trunk as a periscope. One left. I mean, what a beautiful sighting that is. You still see through the front there, and that was amazing. To see them cross. Actually, they've just crossed country. They've gone from Botswana to Namibia. It's Namibia on the other side of the river there. So, no passports for elephants. But what a sight. They're now slopping up the mud and chucking it all over each other. I'm going to get some more footage on my camera and sport my choice. I lied on the kill, dashed over there to see the elephants do the crossing. Now I'm driving back and the lioness has left the kill and is now walking across the plain. Just goes right past her. She must be proper thirsty after eating all that meat and blood. I'm down for a drink. Well, I'd have been happy with any one of those sightings. Got jackal down here, the other dead carcass, a whole bunch of vultures out there. But I've been driving all day. I just can't wait to get back to camp and watch the sunset from camp. I'm sure there's going to be more elephants down that side. But what a day! What a day! Right, so this is camp. What a gorgeous spot! Look at that sunset. Right on the Chobe River here. What an awesome spot. Going to get up in the roof tent up there and you're going to wake up looking out the net of the tent to that. I mean what could be better than that? It's going to be gorgeous. Hopefully there'll be elephants. What a thing. Right, I want to get set up. With the sun setting, I put up my roof tent, made camp, cooked myself something to eat and poured a glass of wine and took in the beautiful ambience of the area. With a light breeze blowing through the tent and lions roaring in the background throughout the night, it really was a beautiful night. Good morning. So, dare I say it, last day. No, can't believe it's come to that. But it's been incredible, and I still want the whole day. Looking forward to it. We heard lions in the night, last night twice from the tent. A couple of times they were roaring. Quite possibly it could be the one that we saw down here with the two cubs. Could have been another pride. I hear there's one of about 10 around as well, also with cubs. I'm just going to try and find the same lions in that location, see what happens, and then take a drive along the riverbed. Well, fantastic. Found the lions very easy. They're out on the floodplains. From what I understand, the mother actually killed a full-grown buffalo yesterday. And once that was dead, there was a calf hanging around by itself, so that also then got killed, and she dragged that from the plains up into the bushes here where they were feeding on it last night. It looks like now they've gone back to the main adult buffalo that was killed. They're right out in the open. The sun's about to come up, so I'm going to get the big lens out and hopefully get some lovely shots of the lions on the kill. Okay, this is beautiful. Sun's just coming up now and catching their eyes. So you've got this beautiful light coming across the plains at a low angle. This is why you've got to get up early. You've got to be out at 5:30 as soon as that gate's open. Right, I'm going to get busy. I've been sat here about 45 minutes now. Just me with the lions. There was one car that drove past earlier and then went back to camp, and that's it. There's been no one else. It's very rare you get this lucky enough to sit here and have 3 lions on a kill all to yourself in perfect morning light. There's another old carcass here that's obviously a few days old. Whether those lions killed that as well or not, I don't know, but there's what, 3 different kinds of vulture on there, and the marabou storks all pecking away, and you've got this like kind of distorted buffalo's head upside down, but it makes a nice picture of death. Old habits die hard. I'm always looking through the viewfinder, where actually the screen on this on the back is so damn good. You can actually just view it on here, but I need to put my glasses on for that. So if you can see what I am seeing here, see the autofocus system on this camera is pretty phenomenal. And the line, that small yellow box, you'll see we'll zoom in and focus on the face of something, or if it was closer, eyes in particular. Well, this seems like a crazy thing to say, but I think I'm gonna have to go for a drive. I've taken like 1,000 photos in this setting, various different ones of cubs climbing over each other, all 3 lions looking this way, 2 chewing, mum looking this way, lovely sunlight on them. I'm not sure I'm going to get anything better. Right, so we're on the left or something else. Bizarrely, while I've been sitting there photographing those 3 lions, there was a car that came past earlier on, right down past this stretch, did a U-turn and came back. Now as I've driven this bit, it's quite soft sand, so you can easily see the tracks in the road, but there are lion tracks over his car tracks, which means while I was sitting there watching and photographing those lions, another huge lion has walked down this road and I didn't see it. I'm too concentrated on there, but they're huge paw prints. So I continue my drive along the Chobe riverfront. I couldn't believe how many elephants I saw. The numbers were incredible, and I was spoilt for choice at what to look and photograph. Everywhere I looked, I saw more and more elephants. It was absolutely incredible. Well, that was nice. Saw a whole bunch of more elephants down on the river. Thought I'd change my shirt for something clean. I've had my breakfast down the last one. Yeah, beautiful. There must have been, I don't know, 80 elephants plus, all come down to the river. There's a favourite spot of theirs just past the Serendella picnic site. And I feel incredibly lucky to be able to come here and experience it. Puts little tears in my eyes when I'm watching them. It's just fantastic. But I'm going to have a slow drive out now. It's 9:15. It's starting to get hot. I do need to go and get another block of ice and see if I can get the Land Rover unbent. Well, I don't think I've ever seen so many elephants. I've been to the Chobe River from before. There's been a lot of elephants, but you know, there are hundreds. Driving down this road and there's just elephants after elephants as far as I can see, all the way back there and all the way here. Probably because it's incredibly dry and there's no water anywhere else back in the forest. They all have to come here for the water. Oh my god, look at this little guy here. Hang on, I'm just going to spin this round. Little guy in the water hole there. His cousins, I believe. Just seen these splashing around in the water. What is this, beef?
It's beef.
Can I have another look? Look at that. Beef stew and sazda.
Yes.
All for 15 pula.
15 pula.
It's got to be better than what I've been cooking. So,
yes.
Okay, let's try it. This is perfect. While I'm eating my beef and sazda, I can watch the guys bash my car. Can I sit? Is it okay?
Yes.
Well, here we go. Last safari drive of the trip. Gutted. But I just had a chat with the guys at the gate actually as I came back through. So I literally got a 3.5 hour drive now, and they said there haven't been any elephants here, and it's only the last 5 days that the elephant herds have actually turned up. So how lucky is that? I can see a herd of elephant actually down at the waterhole. There's a couple of waterholes just down here off this ridge. I'm not going to bother going that way. I'm going to just drive the river and see what we can see. I'm sure we'll see loads more elephants because I've never seen so many. As I drove back down to the Chobe riverfront on what would be my last safari on this trip, I came across this magical scene with this herd of elephants swimming amongst the algae. There were times when the small ones were just completely submerged under this algae and all you could see were small trunks poking in and out of the surface. Sometimes you think, oh, one's gone missing, where is it? And I spent a lot of time watching these. It really was a magical scene.